Burt Reynolds wasn't just a movie star, he was Hollywood's ultimate charmer, fearless on screen and unforgettable to generations of fans. But beneath the swagger and the stunts, there was a part of his life he never fully got over: his love for Sally Field. Decades later, even as his fame faded and the headlines moved on, that love remained the one story he couldn't stop telling. Born in Lansing, Michigan in 1936, Burt's early years were far from glamorous. His father's Army career meant the family was always on the move. Though he later claimed Waycross, Georgia, as his hometown, it just sounded better. Those shifting roots shaped the Southern gentleman persona that would one day define him. Football, not film, was his first dream. At Florida State University, he seemed destined for the NFL until injuries and a devastating car accident crushed his athletic future. In recovery, fate intervened. A college professor heard him read Shakespeare aloud and pushed him onto the stage. Acting became his new field, and in New York, he hustled through odd jobs, small plays, and bouncer gigs until Broadway opened its doors. By the 1960s, Burt had landed on Gunsmoke, charming audiences as Quint Asper. But film success proved elusive, until Deliverance in 1972 changed everything. His rugged performance turned him into a leading man overnight. Then came Smokey and the Bandit, a low-budget gamble with a stuntman turned director, and a runaway bride named Carrie, played by Sally Field. Burt insisted on casting Sally when Hollywood didn't see her as a leading lady. His faith in her changed her life, and theirs. On-screen sparks turned into a real-life romance that captured the world's imagination. Together, they became Hollywood's golden couple, their chemistry undeniable, their love story splashed across every magazine. But behind the glamour, cracks began to form. Sally longed for meaningful, challenging roles, like the one that earned her an Oscar in Norma Rae. Burt, meanwhile, thrived on crowd-pleasing blockbusters and didn't always understand her choices. Proposals were made, rings were offered, but Sally's instincts told her something was missing. Their on-again, off-again relationship through the early 80s finally ended when she walked away for good. Burt would later admit, losing her was the greatest mistake of his life. In the years that followed, Reynolds weathered public scandals, financial ruin, a turbulent marriage to Lonnie Anderson, and painful health battles. Even as roles dried up and fame dimmed, one truth never changed: his feelings for Sally. In interviews, his voice softened when her name was mentioned. In his 2015 memoir, But Enough About Me, he wrote candidly, "She was the one that got away." In one of his last documentaries, Frail but Unguarded, Burt confessed he wished he had married her and built a life together. For all his triumphs and mistakes, Burt Reynolds' deepest confession wasn't about box office glory or Hollywood feuds. It was about the woman who made him believe in love. Which part of Burt and Sally's story moved you the most? Share your thoughts below. And if you love uncovering Hollywood's most heartfelt confessions, like this video, subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin and hit the bell so you never miss a moment from the stories behind the stars.